Hey guys, Dr. Jordan Miller here with Integrated Health Solutions, and for today's video, we are going to go over the three-dimensional calf stretch. This is a phenomenal stretch for those of us that are really active, who spend a large amount of time on our feet. Maybe you're dealing with some plantar fasciitis, specifically my runners. This is the first stretch that I give all of them to help release that tension on the backside. What you're going to do, and I'm going to use the foam roller for an example here. You can find a wall, you can find a door, anything that's got a nice sturdy resistance point, and you're going to prop your foot and ankle up onto that object. Then what you're going to do, by keeping the leg nice and straight, you're going to bring the front of the hip into that protruded position. So you're going to bring it forward. Now, as you lean forward, you're going to feel that nice, good stretch. This is something that most of us have done at some point in times before whenever we feel that tightness back here. When we incorporate the three-dimensional aspect, what you need to do is you need to take the pelvis and you need to create that rotational aspect. When you're in the flexion position, when you're bringing it forward, you traction the muscles on the backside, but you kind of eliminate any of the muscles that are sitting on the outside, namely your gastroc, and that's the big meaty guy that you have on the outside and on the inside. So what you do once you prop it up is you target what is called the soleus, which is the muscle that sits underneath the backside, goes from the Achilles tendon and kind of goes under the gastroc up towards the knee. You're gonna feel a really good stretch. This is what you feel whenever you're kind of leaning up against a wall and you get that really good traction. But as you open up the hips for the right leg towards the left-hand side, you incorporate the outside portion and that lateral head of the gastroc, and you get that really, really good traction stretch. And you're gonna hold that just as if you're leaning forward. Now, the most important thing is, just because you're leaning forward and you start to turn does not mean that you don't need to lean forward anymore. Keep that pressing forward motion while you open up the hips and the pelvis towards that opposite side, and that's where you'll get that main stretch there. And then, as you can expect, you're going to go ahead and repeat that going the other direction. So you still get that same traction, and then you open up the hips and the pelvis towards the inside portion of the leg, and that's how you get that medial head of the gastroc. Now, this is a three-part stretch, so ideally you're doing it for about 15 to 20 seconds on each individual segment. So you prop it up, 15, 20 seconds here, rotate out, 15, 20 seconds here, rotate in, but still make sure you keep that hip nice and forward, 15, 20 seconds there. Try that out to break up that tension and everything you feel on that backside portion of the calf and the leg. See if that can help eliminate any of that foot, maybe some pain and tightness on the backside of the foot, as well as anything on the backside of the calf. Comment below if you have any questions or concerns. We'll see you next time, guys.